Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, folks, wherever you may be. I'm back from yet another road trip, and one of the coolest things about coming back and being in our second home, or our home away from home, is what the mailman and delivery folks have left and is waiting. So we'll get into that in a moment. But actually, the coolest thing that came in the mail while we were away was I received this shop card from Charlie Mack, the Model Works. And it's really neat. And it's the first shop card I've ever received. Yeah, frankly, I didn't even know about these things until I met Charlie online and he sort of explained it to me. He's also the gentleman responsible for me getting involved with this 1942 Pacific group build. More about that in a moment. But anyway, here's a lovely card from Charlie with beautiful photographs. He says, all things styrene. And I think you can see he really means it. And there's a real nice note on the back, which I will read. And forgive me for patting myself on the back, but actually Charlie is patting me on the back here. It's really nice. It says, Mark, your collections of planes is awesome. You do awesome work, sir. Keep it up. Thanks for the support. It's much appreciated. Model on. Well, you model on too, Charlie, and everyone else out there. We have a wonderful hobby. And thanks to Charlie, I have ordered some shop cards. They should be here soon. But more about that after they get here. I don't want to digress. So anyway, technically, these two things, I don't want to move the tripod. It'll fall over. It's just one of those little ones. This little book here called Dogfight, Aerial Tactics of the Aces of the First World War by Norman Franks. Oh, here we got a Norman, and Under the Guns of the Red Baron. See, it is falling. I'll just hold this thing. The complete record of von Richthofen's victories. Norman Franks, Hal Giblin, and Nigel McCreary. Okay, I actually picked up both of these books at Powell's Books in downtown Portland just before the road trip. And I've finished both of them. This is really more of a picture book, sort of a 2 or 3 page or 4 page write-up on each of the opponents, victims were identified in of the 80 confirmed kills of the Red Baron. Pretty cool stuff. This book is amazing because it really goes in a very, very thorough and scholarly way, looking at how air tactics, combat tactics, did develop and were documented and written about it actually during the Great War. Of course, I loved it. Okay, one other quick book, I'll throw it in here. You got to get this book if you're going to build Fokker triplanes. It's all I can say. It's the Fokker DR-1 Aces Aircraft Legends of Aviation series. And I won't page through that because then this would get really long. But take me, there are computer-generated pictures in here that are just outstanding. Okay, so what came in the mail? Well, remember we were talking about the Pacific group build, and here's the plane that's going to be going on the flat top along with the 5 pilots that I've painted. A Grumman F4 Wildcat by Tamiya. As you can see from the glow, I have not even unwrapped the plastic. Okay, so we've got that, something to start on. And the first World War II plane I will have built in over 50 years. I guess that dates me, doesn't it? Well, okay. I did it. I bought of course, I bought another Wingnut Wings kit, but this time a 2-seater. And of course, it was going to be the Bristol F2B Fighter. Not going to do a box opening. There are plenty of those out there as people lovingly open and look at the amazing styrene, the incredible booklet, the gorgeous decals. And I can't wait to build this, but I'll have to wait because there are at least 7 or 8 planes in the queue ahead of it. But I'm sure and I know it will be magnificent. Speaking of triplanes, there's a Fokker triplane coming in between those two brisfits on this beautiful, beautiful box art. Okay, well, back to other stuff that arrived. Well, you know, if you're going to build a World War II plane, a Wildcat, you got to get the gear. And so this from AK Interactive is Navy and USMC aircraft colors, 5-set or 6-set acrylic paints that I think will just be perfect. Of course, that's a Hellcat on the cover, but it's the same general paint shades. So I picked that up. You know what I think's always really cute? Even when you order from the company, so that came from Spain. They give you a little packet of sweets. Now, I have to admit I've never opened them, but I think getting a little package of jelly beans with your model is really touching. Okay, aftermarket decals. Amazing decals, and these are from TechMod and for the Wildcat. So I'll have some options there when I do the build. What else have we got in here? Way too much stuff. Okay, I better just put this box up on the table and zoom down on it because there's just too much stuff in here. Okay, so what have we got here? Well, first of all, here's the replacement needle, nozzle, and protective attachment around the nozzle for my beautiful airbrush, for my Evolution, Harder and Steenbeck Evolution. You may recall we had a little accident a while back. So this came from Spray Gunner. And you can never have enough Vallejo red acrylic. And in a continuing series of Tamiya browns and tans, what do we got here? Khaki. How could I have gone this long without having Tamiya khaki? We've got buff. You know, got to have your different variations of light brown. Okay. Another red. Yeah. Oh, dense acrylic color from Abteilung 502. Something gray. Payne's gray. Why did I buy this? Oh, because I needed an oil shade. I'm sure I'll find a use for it. And now, getting down to the finale. This is what a box of, when you get a neat box from Latvia, and it's got 8 packages of 1/32 scale Great War pilots and ground crew. One of them, I think there might be a 1/48 in here. No, they're all 1/32. Great, great. Okay, another go-to bomber crew. Well, the folks who make these, just fantastic resin figures. And you can never have enough minis to paint. That's my motto. Okay, so it was a real good day. Well, it probably was 4 days when the mail and stuff were coming. And so it was fun to get back and open up all these boxes. And again, a thank you to Charlie Mack for my very first shop card, which will be proudly mounted somewhere. And when I get mine, I'll make a video about that and talk a little bit about that. Okay, thank you folks. Take care. Bye.